Alrighty. Well, we finally, I say finally like I've been waiting that long, finally got our Bloomburrow box. Of course, during shipping, the bottom here got a little ripped, looks like. Yeah, they went around it a couple times. Okay. Anyway. But we're gonna open it anyway, we'll see about it. But, ordered this off a TCG player from Pop and Poke. I hope it's Pop and Poke, not Pop and Poke. Because some places probably would be that creative. Let's get this box open. There we go. That open. Don't see no shipping invoice. That's good. We don't need it. Alright. Just dump that on the floor. Alright. Bloomburrow. Fuck yeah. And just looking at it. Looks fine to me. Is there any information on where this was made specifically? I know it says US and Canada. But if this specific pack, I might be a bear, but I love Magic Secret Lair. What the fuck? Okay. Weird little thing there on the side. My camera is too shitty to get it. But whatever. Anyway, it's got its fucking logo around it. Around the plastic here. Mostly around the top. Yeah. Made in Japan. Ah, made in Japan, so this should be rares to the front? If I remember how it goes. I know depending on where the packs are made, that determines the order that they're going to be packed. So depending on where they were, the packs, these packs will either be rares in the front or rares in back. Which I kind of hate. Wish I would just do rares in back the normal way, but whatevs. Yeah, more of this shit. Just giving you some draft archetypes as what's in here, an idea what to go for. Might as well show that off. Alright. That part don't matter. These are the parts that matter. How many are in here? It's supposed to be 36. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, 36. We're good. I know they looked weird and shifted in here. So I was like, yeah, did they get messed with? But no, they didn't. So far that we know of. Either way, I guess we should just start opening. And we got our penny sleeves here. When we get something good, we just want to sleeve it immediately, which I'm going to do with all of them anyway. Ooh. Well, we'll get. That's beautiful. We'll get to that. We'll get to that. Where do we see those first? Okay, so in Japan, the ones made in Japan, commons are first. Thank you, Japan. You know how to do things right. Put our sleeves over here. Don't know why. Don't know why in America they were rares first. At least that's what I'm pretty sure they were. But whatever. We don't care now. Anyway. And we're just going to read all this shit because why the fuck not? So, Nightwhirl Hermit. Nightwhirl. Yeah, Nightwhirl Hermit. Vigilance and Threshold. As long as there are 7 or more cards in your graveyard, Nightwhirl Hermit gets +1/+0 and can't be blocked. Can't be blocked. Nice. Glide Dive Duo. Some bats and a bat and a lizard. That's cute. Anyway, flying in Glide Dive Duo, when it enters, each opponent loses 2 life and you gain 2 life. That's funny. Catch the thermal, called the bat. What's a thermal? Cried the lizard. Oh, these are just adorable. I love this shit already. Warren Elder. For 3 and a white, creatures you control get +1/+1 until the end of turn. You got a lot of creatures, that works. Short of a lot of creatures. Finch Formation. Offspring 3. You may pay an additional 3 as you cast the spell. If you do, when this creature enters, create a 1/1 token copy of it. Huh. Token copy, but 1/1. So it has... Does it also have Offspring? And then flying, and when this creature enters, target creature you control gains flying until the end of turn. Does it? It could. Just feel in the cards. Druid of the Spade. It's a little rabbit with a trowel. That's adorable. As long as you control a token, Druid of the Spade gets 2/0 and has trample. Cool. Raccoon Rallier. Ricola. If that was a fucking... Anyway. Tap this, and target creature you control gains haste until the end of the turn. It activates as a sorcery. Ooh. Summon that right in and give something... Well, if you're summoning 2 things in, you can immediately give the other thing haste. That's not bad. That's not bad. Mind Drill Assailant. Threshold. As long as 7 or more cards are in your graveyard, this card gets +3/+0. Ooh. Ooh. Yeah, it's Demir. I could use that. And then for 3, you surveil 1. For 3? Okay. Starscape Cleric. Offspring 2. Flying. This creature can't block. And whenever you gain a life, each opponent loses a life. Ooh. Ooh. That could be interesting. If for only 2 mana. Wildfire Howl. Gift a card. You may promise an opponent a gift as you cast the spell. If you do, they draw a card before its other effects. You can promise a gift. But if the gift, it does 2 damage to each creature. If the gift was promised, instead it does 1 to any. Deals 1 damage to any creature and 2 to each creature. Damn. So for letting your opponent draw a card, you can do 1 more damage to 1 more specific creature. Okay. I could see that being a thing. Kind of. Maybe. Push this back just a little bit, get more comfortable. That's the hardest thing about this is getting comfy. Hey, Starseer Mentor. Flying and Vigilance. At the beginning of your end step, if you gained or lost life this turn, target opponent loses 3 life. unless they sacrifice a non-land permanent or discard a card. Okay. Ooh. Okay. See, they make discarding seem like such a bad thing, but it's like... once I get the cards I need, everything else can be discarded. At least as far as my deck goes. But anyway, Builder's Talent. When Builder's Talent enters, create a 0/4 white wall creature token with Defender. Okay. For 2 fucking... Okay. And then for 1... Fuck my hand. You would think my hand would be used to that position. Whenever one or more, level 2. Whenever one or more non-creature, non-land permanent you control enters, so enchantments, artifacts, equipment, you put a +1/+1 counter on a target creature you control. Okay, not bad. Not terrible, not bad. And for 5, when this class becomes level 3, return target non-land non-creature from your graveyard to the battlefield. That's a long way to go just for a fucking reanimate. And our rare Scavenger's Talent. And whenever one or more creature you control dies, you create a food token. This ability triggers only once per turn. Of course. Whenever you sacrifice at level 2, so whenever you sacrifice a permanent, target player mills 2 cards. At level 3, at the beginning of your end step, you may sacrifice 3 other non-land permanents. If you do, return a creature card from your graveyard to your battlefield with a finality counter on it. That's not that great, if you ask me. But what do I fucking know? And oh yeah, we get some full art lands too. We're gonna sleeve our rares because why not? And we sleeve our lands. Because I'm weird like that. That is a very pretty land, though. And then Parting Gust. Just blow them away. Gift a tapped fish. You may promise an opponent a gift as you cast this. If you do, they create a tapped 1/1 blue fish creature token before its other effect. Okay. And then exile a target non-token creature. If the gift wasn't promised, return that creature to the battlefield. It's owner's control with a counter on it at the beginning of their next step. Weird. Huh. Okay. And we sleeve even our uncommon foils, even our commons. And so, yeah, these are art series cards. That is beautiful, though. I love that. The opossum. Like a sage opossum. That is just cute. Opossums are weird animals. They're very weird. They're a marsupial. In America. This is literally one of America's starter Pokemon. It's it's weird. It's what the opossum, skunks, and raccoons. America's starter Pokemon. At least that's what it seems like. Anyway, that's a nice card. God, you cunts. Y'all motherfuckers really know how to fucking make these goddamn things so fucking difficult to goddamn get to, you cocksucking... Anyway. Where do I put my fucking... Anyway. So what are the odds of getting the art cards? And there's 54 of them. Jesus Christ. That ain't bad, though. Anyway, Dire Sight. Surveil 2, then draw 2 cards and lose 2 life. Huh. That's risky research. Hold on. Yeah, risky research. I swear to God, that is literally risky research. Yeah, Yeah, surveil 2, draw 2, then lose 2 life. This is just risky research for Spider-Man. Or Spider-Man is risky. This is reprinted from that. Or that was reprinted from this. And who knows where this was reprinted from? Elder Warren. So we just got another risky research. Run away together? I swear to God that was reprinted in Spider-Man as well. Hold on. Run away together. I swear that was in Spider-Man as well. Yeah, it just returns 2 creatures to their owner's hands. Yeah. I swear to God that was reprinted. Anyway. Cash grab. Mill 4 cards, and you may put a permanent card from among them. Among the cards milled this way into your hand. Okay? A permanent, though. If you control a squirrel or return a squirrel to your hand this way, create a food token. Interesting. Conduct electricity. Yeah, it's the one Otter Rahl, the fucking one of the planewalkers for this shit. Anyway, conduct electricity deals 6 damage to target creature. Damn it, 2 damage. Yeah, to up to 1 target creature token. Oh, okay. Weird. Interesting though. Moonrise Cleric. And great. More of these fucking bot cunts. Oh my God, I wish they would kill themselves. Legitimately get cancer bots. Fucking clanker motherfuckers. Moonrise Cleric. Flying, and whenever Moonrise Cleric attacks, it's a bat, you gain a life. Fountain Port Bell artifacts. When Fountain Port Bell enters, you may search your library for a basic land. Reveal it, shuffle it, or yeah, then shuffle and put that card on top. Huh. You sacrifice this and then draw a card. So it's for 2 mana to get a land. I mean, okay, I can do that with the search land. Okay. And it's free. Whatever. Flamecash Gecko. When Flamecash Gecko enters, if your opponent lost life this turn, add a swamp and mountain. Or add a black and red, whatever. And for 1 and a red, discard a card and draw a card. Sinister Monolith. What even is that? I don't even know. There's a snail. At the beginning of combat on your turn, each opponent loses 1 life and you gain 1 life. Ooh, this is probably hated in Commander. Puts a time limit on things. In a stupid way. And then pay 2 life and you sacrifice this card. Draw 2 cards and activate this as a sorcery. Interesting. Lily Pad Village. I love me some lands. I absolutely want to sleeve that right up. Anyway, it adds a waste, add a blue and only spend it on a creature. And then for blue and tap, Surveil 2, activate only if you control any of those. Or if they've entered the battlefield this turn. That is good though. And our rare is Vren the Relentless. Can he work in a Relentless Rats deck? Put that over there. Can he work in Relentless Rats? Ward 2, if a creature an opponent controls would die, exile it instead. Ooh. At the beginning of each end step, create X 1/1 black rat creature tokens with this creature is a rat you control. Or it gains it gains fuck me. Okay. Yeah, where X is the number of creatures your opponent controlled that were exiled this turn. Okay, oh my God, he could actually work in Relentless Rats. That could actually be a really good Relentless Rat deck right there. Or, yeah, for real. Holy shit. Even that's even pretty good. For, even like commander, that'd probably be pretty decent for a relentless rat commander. Valley Might Caller, another double rare, nice. Trample, and when another frog, rabbit, raccoon, or squirrel you control enters, the +1/+1 counter on this card. Not terrible. So he's definitely the one you want to cast first. And then you want to cast your other ones. And we got Swamp. Yeah, and then Swamp, and then 3-tree Root Weaver. It's a mole. It's a mole. Mole. Let's add 1 mana of any color. It's a mana dork. Get fucked. And 1 of any color, bruh, that's gonna work pretty damn good in any fucking deck, really. Any dual green deck. Yeah. I love me some full art lands. I really love me full art lands. That just looks so pretty. Anyway. Actually, I could put these probably just right here. Yeah. There we go. Okay. Not too many, or not like multiple foils in here. Usually you can tell just by looking at the side if it like bends out. So there might be a foil. There might be 2 foils in here maybe. We'll check. We'll see. Scales of Shale. This spell costs 1 less to cast for each lizard you control. It's already pretty cheap. Target creature gets +2/+0 and gains lifelink and indestructible. Jesus Christ. Fuck you. Right away together again. Agate Blade Assassin. Whenever Agate Blade Assassin attacks, a defending player loses 1 life and you gain 1 life. Typical. Waxwane Witness. Saying that 3 times fucking fast. Flying and Vigilance. Whenever you gain or lose life during your turn, this card gets +1/+0 until the end of turn. Longstock Brawl. Gift of Tapped Fish. Choose target creature you control and put target creature target creature you don't control. Put a +1/+1 counter on the one you control if gift was promised, and then they fight. Huh. Interesting. That's okay. Yeah, I can see. That actually makes sense. Just giving them a shitty fish. Yeah. It's not like it's Yu-Gi-Oh! Where they can just sacrifice it for something better. Whisker Quill Scribe. Valiant. Whenever Whisker Quill fucking kill me. Whisker Quill Scribe becomes the target of a spell or ability you control for the first time each turn. You may discard a card. If you do, draw a card. Cool. Junk Blade Bruiser. Okay. Does he look like he's got a fucking fire aura coming off him? Ah, he's a berserker. It's a berserker rage. That's why. Dude. Wait, each from her battle axe? It's a woman? That's a woman? Jesus Christ. Anyway, trample, and whenever you expend 4, this creature gets +2/+0. So the end of turn, and you expend 4 as you cast your 4th mana total, or yeah, your 4th total mana. Okay, yeah. So as long as you spend 4 more mana after you cast this, then yeah, does the thing. Hivespine Wolverine. That is horrifying. That is a Wolverine. That is a beehive. That is the furry version of the Rackhive from Borderlands, and I hate that. Whenever a Hivespine Wolverine enters, choose one. Put a +1/+1 counter on a target creature you control. This creature fights target creature token, or destroy an artifact or enchantment. Oh, suck my dick. I don't like that. Reptilian Recruiter. Trample. When this card enters, choose target creature. If that creature's power is 2 or less, or if you control another lizard, gain control of that creature until the end of turn. Untap it, and it gains haste until the end of turn. Yeah, it's a change of heart. Just for entering, too. That's crazy. This is the picture of the music I'm playing. This is the first one it was based off of. This was the first picture for the theme song. Or for the theme of this set on Arena or whatever. Wandertail Mentor. Whenever you expend 4, put a +1/+1 counter on this card. And tap it to add a red or green. Not bad. Not bad. It's a 2/2. Not terrible. Stocking the Pantry. Whenever you put 1 or more +1/+1 counters on a creature you control, put a supply counter on Stocking the Pantry. For 2, and remove a supply counter from this card, you draw a card. Nah, it's not the worst, I guess. Mabel, heir to Cragflame, and other mice you control get +1/+1. And when Mabel, heir to Cragflame enters, create Cragflame, a legendary colorless equipment artifact token with equipped creature gets +1, has vigilance, trample, and haste, and equip it for 2. Interesting. It's not terrible, I guess. And our plains for our full art land. I think there's nothing but full art lands in this, so that is kind of nice. I love full art lands so much. Rush Shield Rampager. Oh, it's the raccoon. That does make sense, okay. Offspring 2. And this creature can't be blocked by creatures with a power of 2 or less. Okay. Interesting. Not bad. Not the worst. Manifold Mouse? The fuck's a manifold mouse? Why does it not know? Does anyone know what a manifold is? That's an engine part. That has something to do with like engineering, doesn't it? I don't know. I'm an idiot. I don't know shit. I'm opening magic cards on stream. What the fuck do I know about anything? That was the chair. Nightwhirl Hermit again. Sonar Strike. This card deals 4 damage to attacking or to target attacking, blocking, or tapped creature, and you gain 3 life if you control a bat. It deals 4 damage for 2. Get fucked. Get fucked. Pearl of Wisdom. 4 damage for 2 mana. As white. I hate you. That's actually pretty good. This card costs 1 less if you control an otter, and you draw 2 cards. Ooh. 2 mana, 2 card draw. That's actually pretty good. Baker's Bane Duo. When Baker's Bane Duo enters, you create a food token. When you expend 4, this card gets +1/+1 until the end of turn. It's cute. Raccoon and a squirrel. Looking at a pie. Otter and a lizard. Kindle Spark Duo. We got 2 duos in a row. Cool. Tap, and this card does 1 damage to a target opponent. Target opponent. And whenever you cast a non-creature spell, you untap this. Ooh. Ooh. That's not bad. That's a good way to get some fucking damage off, I guess. Pond Prophet. When Pond Prophet enters, draw a card. For 2? War Squeak. Enchant creature. When Worst Week enters, target creature an opponent controls, can't block this turn. An enchanted creature gets +1 and has haste. Okay, not bad. Galewind Moose. That is permissible. Permissible. I mean, permissible just means whatever's allowed. I don't even. What even are my chat rules? Hold on. I literally don't even remember half of my chat rules at this point. I don't think it's anything you have to worry about as long as you ain't advertising, not a bot, not a dick. And even then, you can be a dick up to a certain point. Where are my rules? I don't even know where my rules are. Why are my rules not... Chat rules. There we are. What even... Yeah, my chat rules are just weird. And I'm gonna give it Rickroll. Yeah, Rickrolling is pretty fun. I actually don't get why people Rickroll with that song anymore. I actually like the song. It's actually pretty good. It's a really good song. Rick Astley is like a really good singer. Surprisingly. Anyway, Galewind Moose. Flash, Vigilance, Reach, and Trample. That's kind of basic. It's very basic, actually. It's too basic. It's a basic bitch moose. Moose are supposed to be dangerous. I mean, Flash, Vigilance. Why are you going to flash that in for 6 mana, though? That's stupid. Anyway, Long River Lurker. It's a frog with a knife. That's pretty funny. Ward 1. Other frogs you control have Ward 1. And when this card enters, you target a creature you control. Target creature you control can't be blocked this turn. Ooh. And whenever that creature deals combat damage this turn, you may exile it. If you do, return it to the battlefield under its owner's control. Ooh, that's interesting. I could use that. Maybe. Yeah, just think it's funny to get people's reaction. Yeah, it is kind of like the most harmless internet prank nowadays. It's just kind of weird, though. It's such a really good song, and people got to use it as a prank. I wish, like songs like Rebecca Black's Friday, I could understand that. But I don't know. Why we got to use good songs? It's kind of weird. But anyway, what game mode do I play? Right now, well, technically, I don't really play it yet. I'm working on my deck. I got my deck I'm working on, and it's not fully done yet, but it'll be modern when I play. At least that's what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be going to some local modern tournaments. I don't really play Arena, unfortunately. I try, but the deck I want to play with, I can't make an Arena because they don't do modern, and I don't want to do Magic Online because I'm not going to pay for digital cards. I could just buy the real ones, get the real ones. But anyway, Commander play. You see, I don't like Commander. I'm weird. I know about Commander. I know what it is. The idea of it just doesn't strike me. It doesn't spark joy. The idea of playing with 4 other people where the social manipulation is more part of the game than the actual cards you're playing. I don't like it. I don't like Among Us. I don't like any of those kind of games. Those social deduction games. I'm not good at those. So Commander, it's basically like the Magic version of the social deduction game, and I'm just not good at it. So I just don't do it. I'm better. I say better. I'm better at 1v1, which I'm still bad. Anyway, Shrike Force. That's funny. Shrike Force, like shrieking strike. Shrike Force. Flying double strike and vigil. Fuck you, double strike. Wear down. gift a card and destroy target artifact or enchantment. If the gift was promised, instead destroy 2 artifacts or enchantment. Kidnap. That's funny. Oh, they actually mean like sleeping. Oh, and this is the rare too. You can gift a card, enchant creature, and when kidnap enters, tap enchanted creature. If the gift wasn't promised, put 3 stun counters on. Oh, this is literally just a go fuck yourself card then. And then you control enchanted. Oh no. And then you control enchanted creature. Oh no. That's awful. I love it though. That's actually pretty good. For 4 mana. For 4 mana, all you gotta do is let your opponent draw a card. And you control them motherfuckers. Dude. And it's not just till the end of turn. That's permanent. I guess as long as that... Dude. Anyway, mountain. Love our full art mountains. Love our full art lands. I will fucking go crazy over full art lands. Jolly Gerbils. Whenever you give a gift, draw a card. Ooh. That ain't terrible. This helps you draw. That usually gets him enough. You probably think that someone's playing a poison counterattack. Yeah, all bets are out the window. Yeah! Oh yeah, when you got a clear threat like that, you gotta take them out. There is no... there is no negotiate. You don't negotiate with poison counters. I was gonna say terrorists, but... I shouldn't talk ill of my own people. People that do poison counters, I mean. I like the idea of poison counters. That's a... In fact, I like the idea of like asshole decks. Like I'll show you my deck here real quick. I'll show you the 2 cards this deck kind of revolves around. Yeah, here's one of the cards. And here's the other. This is the deck I'm working on. So like, it ain't a poison counter, but like this would be equal, I would assume. This would be just about equal to a poison counter deck, in a weird way. Yeah, it isn't as bad. True, it's not as bad in 1v1s, but for 4v4 is absolutely, well, I mean in 4v4 opposite that, you know what I mean. Oh, you can't correct me. Oh, I can't. Fuck. And then I get closer to it, and it's blur. Basically, this one, just tap 1, or for 1 mana and tap. Target player mills 2 cards, but it's the exhaust down there you want. For 4 mana and tap, any number of target players, any number, they mill the cards from their deck equal to the cards in their graveyard. If they have 30 cards in their graveyard, they mill 30 cards. If they have 50 cards in their graveyard, they mill 50 cards. Yeah, they have a profligate thing. Oh, proliferate. I thought you were going to make a Kaisar from Fallout deck. A profligate deck. For a second. Proliferate. I actually don't know that one yet. To be fair, I haven't been into Magic all that long. Only since maybe April. So I'm still fairly new. But then this one. This is the asshole card right here. Kitsune's Technique. Yeah, it's a 6 mana, but you're not going to play it for 6. You're going to play it for 2 for its sneak cost. And all you do is return an unblocked attacker to your hand. And you cast it for 2. And then target opponent mills half their deck rounded up. Tell me that ain't a go fuck yourself deck right there. a single poison counter. They're just see, I would do it just because I like being an asshole like that. The poison counter shit, it's so, that's got to be just so annoying. It sounds so fun. Input a counter of each type of counter that's already. Jesus. So it just goes +1 for any counter. That is, ooh, that's crazy. Oh, that's a little fucked. Oh, that's a little fucked. That's a little fucked. That's a little fucked. And there's a, ooh, that would be, ooh. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. I hate the sound of that. That sounds almost as bad as the like, at least this is my main deck that I'm going with whenever I do modern. I have an idea for another deck already, a Relentless Rats deck. And I know that's going to get some people fucking foaming at the mouth the way I'm going to do it. Just the way I'm thinking to do it. It isn't fun. You just do it. Okay, I guess that kind of makes sense then. You're not doing it to just do it as the main thing. It's just a support. Makes sense. Makes sense. I wouldn't be too upset with that. Early winter. 5 mana. Exile or exile an enchantment. No, thank you. I don't like that. Life Creed Duo. Flying, whenever another creature you control enters, you gain a life. Okay. Light Shell Duo. We're getting duos. Is this a thing where you get 2 duos back to back? Because this has happened more than once now. Anyway, a rat and an otter. Interesting. Oh, it doesn't double the count. Yeah, it doesn't double. Yeah, it just goes +1. Yeah, if it doubled them, that would. Oh god, I can imagine. If it doubled them, you'd only need 5 poison counters. And it's probably pretty damn easy to get 5 out pretty fast, and then you profligate, proliferate. I need to smoke some more weed. I'm fucking stupid or something. Yeah, and then you proliferate, and if it doubled them, oh my god. It's probably for the best it don't. I'd be mad if it doubled them. That would suck. I'd hate you. All those +1, all those -1 counters that'd be on my shit. No, I know it would happen. But like Shell Duo, prowess, and when this card enters, you surveil 2. Ooh, that's not terrible. That's a good support. Rush Shield Rampager. We already got one. Alania's Pathmaker. Whenever this card enters, exile the top card of your library. Until the end of your next turn, you may play that card. Meh. That's not terrible. Does it proliferate twice? Oh my god. Also, cards say counters on anything twice. Oh dear Jesus. Okay, yeah. See, that's another thing with Commander. That because it only lets you do 1 of each. Then you get there's so many other cards that'll support a bunch of other cards that create too many opportunities to think about. There's too many. How do I describe this? It's like it's like a tree. Oh god, where am I going with this? It'd be like it's like a tree where there's so many where one branch you can go back and then go up to another branch, and then you can go halfway back through that same branch and go to a different branch, and all these combos work. It's weird, like it's like that. It's like a tumbleweed. Commander decks are like a tumbleweed. Yeah, that's a good metaphor. are just disgusting. Now, I don't know about major creatures. I do have a Phyrexian. A Phyrexian card in Phyrexian. Which I know ain't that rare or anything. But I did trade for it, so that was kind of cool. I don't know shit about the Phyrexians other than they're their own kind of shit. They're like they're their own thing. They're over there doing their own shit. Nobody cares anymore. It seems like. Cindering Cutthroat. This card enters with a +1/+1 counter on it if your opponent lost life this turn. And for 2, it gains menace until the end of turn. Bellowing Crier. When this card enters, draw a card, then discard a card. Not terrible. Plume-Creed Escort. Flash flying when Plume-Creed Escort enters. A target creature you control gains hexproof until the end of turn. Actually, I can get it. Yeah, my binder is right over here. I only got a few more cards. I'll get it after I go through these. To show it off, because I like showing shit off. Playful Shove. This card deals 1 damage to any target, and you draw a card. Ooh. Oh, the Phyrexian Mythic card. From all people. Oh. So I don't know anything about those. Haven't been, like, the only cards that I have are basically shit from Lorewind Eclipsed onward. Except for the things that I've traded for. So I don't know. I don't know anything about most of these cards, to be honest. But Vorinclex, Monsters Raiders, isn't that nice? I'll just going by that name, I could imagine. So, Monstrous Raider. I'd imagine you'd be kind of a dick. Mabel's Metal. Whenever a target creature gets +2/+2 until the end of turn, up to one other creature gets +1/+1 until the end of turn. Ooh, main and support. That'd be pretty good for a commander deck. A little bit of support. Wear Down. Did I get? Yeah, I got Wear Down. Hey, we got a good card. 3-Tree City. We got good land. It's going to add some trade value, that's for sure. Anyway, as 3-Tree City enters, you choose a creature type. And you tap it to add a colorless. And then 2. And then tap and you choose a color. Add an amount of mana of that color equal to the number of creatures you control the type you choose. God damn! Hold on. If I put that in my Relentless Rat deck... If I had a Relentless Rat deck. If I put that into a that's like... That's so much mana. Holy shit. I can see why people like this one. It's a pretty good card. It's also pretty mean. If you like to see... You can look it up. Actually, I think I'll have to look it up because I have no idea. Beautiful mountain, though. Oh, almost done here. Mudflat Village. Ooh, another land. It's a double land fish. A double land deck, and this one's a foil. Anyway, add colorless, add a black, and spend it on a creature spell. And then 1 black, tap and sacrifice. Target a bat, lizard, rat, squirrel from your... return target those cards from your graveyard to your hand. Ooh, that would also go well in my Relentless Rat deck. Actually, Bloomburrow might actually be really good for Relentless Rats. Now that I'm thinking about it. Anyway, let's see. Let's look up Vorinclex. Good thing I have a TCG player open right here. Jesus, that cunt is expensive. A Phyrexian Protector, Trample Haste. If you would put one or more counters on a permanent or a player, put twice that many. Get fucked. Get fucked. Holy shit. So that's probably a good commander right there then. God damn. You're going mono green. If an opponent would put one or more counters on a permanent, you put half that. Oh, so it boosts you and nerfs them. That's kind of nice. Jesus. That's just mean. You ain't gonna be able to use it in modern. I probably could. Well, with them being legendary, it'd be a little difficult. And yeah, that one. That was not as expensive, oddly. But Vigilance, and if a permanent entering the battlefield causes a triggered ability of a permanent you control to trigger, that ability triggers an additional. Suck it. Permanents entering the battlefield don't cause abilities of your permanents. Wait. And don't cause permanent. So, wait. So, so it's like, yeah, you get double triggers and you get none, bitch. It's the reverse Oprah. It's like, you don't get a trigger, and you don't get a trigger, and you don't get a trigger, and you get double triggers. Fucking. Fucking go on anti-Oprah out here. Doesn't that sound fun? Not when I would absolutely be the one it'd be used against. I would have to, bro. I'd be sitting over here with my Relentless Rat deck, even in fucking Commander. And just being like, what's going on? Why can't I do anything? What do you mean my things don't work? What do you mean my cards are dead? What do you mean I gotta quit? I have to leave the game. We'll get back to that one. Bro, that would absolutely fuck me. Half of these did. Actually, shit. Might as well show the one Phyrexian card I even fucking have. Like, it's not even good. Probably. I wouldn't know. I can't read it. Yeah, here's my only Phyrexian of any kind. I don't know what it says, but it might be kind of cool. But yeah, hey Soler. How you doing this evening? I mean, I would show off my binder, but I can't get it in frame good enough. Yeah, you can't read anything. Hey, don't worry. Neither can I. Most of the time. Yeah, just. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Well, no, it absolutely explains it. What are you talking about? It literally says, and then down here, it literally says in plain, obvious text, and that's just the first sentence. I mean, you can't read that? I mean, as long as you understand the language, reading it explains it. Okay, you've been missing your glasses for a week now? Bro, get some... You know what they used to do for glasses back in the day? They used to cut... I was going to say wood. They used to cut actual bottoms of beakers out and then put them in their eyes as contacts. Just saying. Just saying. Anyway, Glide Dive Duo again. A land. I love me some lands. No, bro, it's literally what the rich people did. I'm not even joking, by the way. Literally, you can Google it. Rich people first contacts, or the first contacts for rich people. Like it's so. They're so awful. I hate them. How do I feel about counter spells? How do I feel about counter spells? I love them. I love them. I love counter spells. I love counter spells. What are you talking? I love counter spells. They're the ultimate way to say fuck you. I got it. Yeah, I love me some counter spells, so I might have to just take a look at that. Let me get my cards back in my deck box here. I'm an idiot and keep taking them out. There we go. There. Anyway, you're just tired now. That's unfortunate. Hopefully you can wind down a little here. Not be so damn tired. Anyway, let's check this one out. That was less than $10 too. Whenever you sacrifice an artifact, instant, or whenever you cast, I'm an idiot, an artifact, instant, or spell, you copy that spell. You may choose a new target for that copy. Whenever an opponent casts that, counter it, but only once per turn. Okay. I like it, but I don't think it could actually work for me. And it also triggers. Ooh. And the copy could. Ooh. Interesting, but at least for me, it wouldn't work. For me, that wouldn't work, and that's from Kamigawa. I might get that at some point. I actually might try to get me a Kamigawa box next month, so that'd be kind of fun. But personally, no, that wouldn't do any good for me. Not in my decks. Not the deck I'm working on, at least. But that would be interesting. I can absolutely see that working Commander, but for me, I don't need that. Because I don't need my shit to be copied. All I need is my River Churn and my Kitsune Technique. And neither of them need to be copied. That's the thing. Neither of them need to be copied as long as they're not countered in any way. Which, if they get countered, they're fucked anyway. Copying probably wouldn't really help me at that point. I would think in the stack, what counter spell probably overdoes the copy. Whatever. What you meant? What you meant? Okay. Oh yeah, I can see what you mean by those though. Those are pretty good. They're pretty fucking nice. But I guess, yeah, it depends on the deck, though. At least for me, my deck, it wouldn't work. But I can absolutely see where that would work. And I hate it. And I think it should be banned. If this were Yu-Gi-Oh!, that would be banned. Immediately. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. They banned Yatagarasu. They'll ban that. Whatever, they would. But anyway, Uncharted Haven. This card enters tapped, and as it enters, you choose a color, and it taps for mana of that color. That is cool. We always sleeve our lands. Anyway, Carrot Cake. I hate Carrot Cake. Carrot Cake, in case you don't know, Carrot Cake isn't actually meant to be made with the whole damn carrots, you fucking idiots. It's supposed to be made with the inner part of the carrot that's actually sweeter, but all you morons put the whole goddamn bitter ass outside of the carrot in it, and you ruin the whole fucking thing because you don't know how to fucking cook. Anyway, Carrot Cake. When Carrot Cake enters, when you sacrifice it, create a 1/1 white rabbit token. Are you going to listen to fucking Jefferson Airplane? Jefferson Starship? Whatever the fuck they go by. Fucking White Rabbit. And then you scry, and then you can tap and sacrifice this and gain 3 life. Anyway. Phyrexian Obliterator. Cast at instant speed? Let's see what is Phyrexian Obliterator. What do E do? Why is it Phyrexian Obliterator? It looks familiar for some reason. I swear I've seen fucking Metal Gear Solid Revengerize, whatever the fuck that the kick-ass game was. The fucking robot dog from that one reminds me of that. I don't know why. Anyway, trample. Whenever a source deals damage to this card, that source's controller sacrifices that many permanents. That's kind of shitty. It's kind of shitty, I'll be honest. So it relies on something actually doing damage to it. I can think of 1,000. I can think of so many permanents, by the way. Not normally. Well, yeah. But I can think of so many cards that can destroy it without doing damage. And do -1 counters count as damage? Like, let's say I cast 3 Hateful Acts. Or Heartless Acts. Yeah, Heartless Acts. 3 Heartless Acts, and I put 6 -1 counters on that card. Does that count as damage? I can get rid of it that way. There are like board wipes you can get rid of it with. I'm pretty sure, like, there was that one card I fucking had that was like, control this fucking card. I can control it. Like, I don't know. It seems like shitty. But anyway, your Discord server is concerned you right now. It's concerned with you because people. Did you miss 2 letters there, Solar? You missed 2 letters and now they're worried about you. You're kofefe in it or something. You're having a stroke. You cast it instant speed. But you want to swing at me? If you like. Yeah. Oh, I'll swing at you, absolutely. But like, no, I can think of 1,000 different things that I can do to make that card not even a problem. There's so many different cards that you can that exist that just like that I know of that exist that are like, yeah, as long as this enchantment is on the field, this card can't be untapped. There we go, not a problem. Don't matter no more. Phyrexian Obliterator actually seems like it kind of sucks. At least the one that I'm seeing. Yeah, anything like that, exactly. So there's so many different things you can do to get rid of that doesn't even seem to be a problem. And it only has trample, it doesn't even have hexproof. Fuck that. At least have either hexproof or indestructible. One of the two. It doesn't even have that. And it's a mythic? Why? Go away. How are you a mythic? Horrible. Terrible. You fucking character from Metal Gear Solid Revengeancing looking ass. Sun Shower Druid. When Sun Shower Druid enters, you put a +1/+1 counter on a target creature and you gain a life. That's cool. Yeah, usually is the best you can find with something like a hideaway land spot. Okay, well, I guess if you do that and you block with it, that makes sense. I didn't think about blocking. But then again, they also choose the permanents. They get to choose the permanents that they sacrifice. So, that could play right into their hand, though. That could just play right into their hand, and that's the thing. You never know. They could want you to do that. They could want to sacrifice permanents, and then you're fucked. Agate Assault. Choose one. Agate Assault deals 4 damage to a target creature. If that target creature dies this turn, you exile it instead, or exile an artifact. 3-tree mascot. It's a bird, squirrel, abomination. I have no idea. Anyway, it's a changeling, and then you tap it to add 1 mana of any color and activate. Oh, for one. Wait, so it's just a mana converter. That's all it is, just a mana converter. Okay. Bravekin Duo. I'm going to make a prediction. There's another Duo card behind this one. Let's see if I'm right. Anyway, 1 in top. Target creature gets +1/+1 until the end of turn. Activated as a sorcery. Let's see. No! Oh, okay. So it was a fluke. Crazy. Wait. Yeah, what about this? I guess that plays Turgid's Commander. What is a Turgid? Let's search that up. God of Fright? Menace. Whenever an opponent sacrifices a non-token permanent or discards a permanent card, you may put that card from a graveyard onto the battlefield under your control. What? And then she turns into a lantern? And then the lantern turns back into a god? So wait a minute, when Magic comes out eventually with their DC set, their DC extended universes beyond bullshit, and we get Green Lantern stuff, is Turgid's Lantern gonna be Green Lantern compatible? Oh, that'd be funny. Oh, it's stupid. Well, the stronger commanders? I could see that. I mean... Yeah, whenever another card goes into the graveyard from basically anywhere, you get it. Like, that's a little OP. The Ring of Pain. She's what, a Red Lantern, maybe? Or no, that's Rage. The Ring of Pain. Lantern. I can't remember which ones are which. Yeah, no. Ooh, Mills. Ooh. Oh, that's a little OP. That is a little OP. Oh, and she's only 5 mana too. Ooh. Question. Can you have both Turgid's Lantern and Turgid God of Fright in play at the same time, or do they technically count as the same card? And you can only have one legendary and play at the same time. I know you're a commander player, but like, that'd be interesting. That would be interesting. Anyway. Oh, big creature deck. Ah. Well, there's your problem right there. You play big creature decks. That's your natural counter. I don't think you have any right to worry. You have to suffer, basically. You're choosing to do that. You're choosing that deck. You choose that lifestyle. Now you have to suffer the consequences of having that happen. There's your counter. There is no counter. Nightfish. Flying. Whenever another non-token bird you control enters, you create a bird. You create a blue fish token. Cool. 3-Tree Scribe. Whenever 3-Tree Scribe or another creature you control leaves the battlefield without dying, put a +1/+1 counter on a target creature you control. That's a little not sense making. Remember, you cannot start the game with 2 copies of it in your deck. Okay, that would make sense. So I guess if you made a copy of it in its other form, then you could technically then have. Okay, never mind. That makes sense. Anyway, hop on it, or hop to it. Create 3 1/1 White Rabbit Jefferson Airplane creature tokens. Got stock in the pantry again. Portent of Calamity. Reveal the top X cards of your library. For each card type, you may exile a card of that type from among them. Put the rest into your graveyard. You may cast a spell from among them. From among the exiled cards without paying its mana cost. If you exile 4 or more cards this way. Really? And then put the rest of the exiled cards into... Hold my dick. Hold on now. Wait. Okay, so for... hold this shit up. So if let's... Fuck me. Hold on, this makes no sense. You proliferate Soul Ring. If I ever see a Soul Ring, I'm gonna snip that in half. I'm gonna break it. I'm gonna eat it. I will eat somebody's Soul Ring. Not like that. Not like that. Maybe like that. I don't know. Yeah, hold my... Yeah. I almost wanted to say hold the fuck up, but that didn't make any sense. I just thought hold my dick. I don't know. Hold my dick just made more sense to me at the time. Let me see if I'm reading this card right. So let's say I made X just 5. Okay, so reveal the top 5 cards of your library. For each card type, you may exile a card of that type from... So if I had this in a Relentless Rat deck, everything comes back to Relentless Rats. If I had this in a Relentless Rat deck, and I was able to fucking draw 5 rats from the top of my deck, I could exile all 5 rats, and then I could cast all 5 rats for free. Yeah, as long as there are 4 more cards gone that way. And then the rest of the exile cards go back into my hand. Huh? Oh my god, that's powerful. I can totally use that. How you feel about a 2 blank cost card and a tab add 1 blank. Wait, how do I feel about a 2 blank cost card and tab add 1 blank? I mean, if it adds 1 for what, it makes no sense. Why would you pay more for what it's going to give you? Even if you proliferate, then you're just breaking even. Right? That's what it seems like. You're just breaking even if you do it that way. Hey, sweet. Your birthday's in 2 weeks. Nice. Happy pre-birthday. And we got a good foil plains card. Nice. Love me some foil lands. And we got Nocturnal Hunger for other foil. But fuck yeah. 14 fucking days. That's a fortnight. The actual fortnight, not the shitty one. And what if it's pay 2 for every 1 plus every time you've proliferated? +2 +1 for... That just gets... I mean, that's some mid-game shit right there. I don't know if... I can't last to mid-game. At least with what I'm doing with my deck, if I don't win by turn 4, it's game over. Hold on. Like, you know? Like, if I haven't pulled that win out of my ass by turn 4, then that don't matter. So you can proliferate all you want, but if by turn 4 I haven't won, I ain't gonna win, and I'm done. I might be able to take you on a date. Really, he'll do that out in public. Cool. Nocturnal hunger. Gift a food, and then destroy target creature. If gift wasn't promised, lose 2 life. Interesting. Well, hopefully he takes you somewhere good. That's kind of cool. These art cards are just interesting. I like them. I don't know how I need to. How should I orient them? Yeah, we'll do it. Numbers down. I do like that. Anyway. Hopefully we can get an autographed art card. That'd be kind of nice. But I ain't counting on it. My luck probably won't be that good. I probably won't get anything that great out of here. Yeah, a foil. Foil land, probably. Shore up. Target creature you control gets +1/+1 and gains hexproof until the end of the turn and untap it. Ooh. Not bad. Agate Blade Assassin again. Thistledown players. Whenever Thistledown players attacks, untap target non-land permanent. Okay. Heaped Harvest. When Heaped Harvest enters, and when you sacrifice it, you may search your library for a basic land card and put it into the battlefield tapped and then shuffle. Just a basic land, though. 2 tap and sacrifice, and you gain 3 life. Okay. Raccoon Rallier. Cindering Cutthroat. I was almost going to say they put 2 T's in Cutthroat, but there are 2 T's in Cutthroat. I don't know why I even thought about that. Druid of the Spade. Heartfire Hero. Valiant. Whenever Heartfire Hero becomes the target of a spell or ability you control for the first time, put a counter on it. And when this card dies, it deals damage equal to its power to each opponent. Ooh. Just pile the counters on and just kill it. Fucking crazy. Spellgeyer? Spellgeyer. I think that's what that means. Anyway, choose one. Counter target spell, or surveil 2, and then draw 2 for 4. Okay. If I could do both, that would be nice. Maybe. Stormcatch Mentor. Haste Prowess. Instant and sorcery spells you cast cost 1 less to cast. Nice. Short Bow. Equipped creature gets +1/+1 and has vigilance and reach. And it's only 1 to equip. That's very basic. Anyway, Hired Claw. And whenever you attack with 1 or more lizards, Hired Claw deals 1 damage to a target opponent. Huh. And then for 2 mana, you can put a +1/+1 counter on this card. Activates only if your opponent lost life this turn, and only once each turn. Okay. Well, if we didn't get a foil land, like I thought. There really is, I guess there is no rhyme or reason to the bends in the cards, for the most part. That is a pretty mountain, though. That is a very pretty mountain. Like, my camera doesn't do it justice because it's so blurry and so bad looking. But that is very beautiful. I like that. Did the music stop? Yeah, the music stopped. I gotta loop that. Okay. There we go. I'm looping the music again. Anyway, Pop Hatch Formation. Choose one. Destroy a creature with flying. Destroy an enchantment. Draw a card and create a food token. If there's a card that lets you choose all the things on a card that says choose one, that might be interesting. But so far, I haven't seen evidence of that, so I can't really say anything. There we go. Yeah. Very pretty. Go ahead and just get that in a sleeve. Because these are the first things we're going to see anyway. We might as well just look at them first when we get them. I don't even think those are worth anything. Can't even trade them. Anyway, Scales of Shale. Sonar Strike. Uncharted Haven again. I love me my lands. Run Away Together. Treetop Sentries. Reach. When Treetop Sentries enters, you may forage. If you do, draw a card. To forage, exile 3 cards from your graveyard or sacrifice a food. It's not that great. Take Out the Trash. Take Out the Trash deals 3 damage to a target creature or planeswalker. If you control a raccoon, you may discard a card. If you do, draw a card. Huh. It's kind of cute. Although why a raccoon would be throwing this stuff away? I don't know, half of this stuff. Definitely the banana peel I would think a raccoon would eat. Whatever. Pond Prophet. Shoreline Looter. Can't be blocked. Ooh. Can't be blocked. Okay. Okay. And then Threshold. Whenever Shoreline Looter deals combat damage to a player, you draw a card and discard a card. Unless there are 7 or more cards in your graveyard. Interesting. I'm more interested in the can't be blocked part. That's the thing I like. Because that's what my current deck kind of relies on. Not being blocked. Stargaze. Look at twice X cards at the top of your library. Put X cards from among them into your hand and the rest into your graveyard, and you lose X life. So if that's 2, I look at 4, put 2 in my hand, and I lose 2 life. It's crazy. It's interesting though. Wandertail Mentor. Heirloom Epic. 4 tap, draw a card. For each mana in this ability's activation cost, you may tap an untapped creature you control rather than pay that mana. Okay, so it just has the one ability. Salvation Swan. Okay. Flash Flight. Flash it for 4. Flash Flying. When Salvation Swan or another bird you control enters, exile up to 1 target creature you control without flying. Return it to the battlefield under its owner's control with a flying counter on it on it at the beginning of the next end step. Interesting. That's actually a good way to get a card protected for a turn. In case you don't want your opponent fucking killing it that turn. And then we got a good foil forest, which is cool. I like me some foils. I know my camera just does not do this justice. It's a shitty fucking Elgato face cam. I need to upgrade, but can't. Poor. And treetop sentries. I say poor. This box didn't even... Thankfully, this box didn't even cost that much. I say, relatively. Anyway. Dire Downdraft. This spell costs 1 less to cast if it targets an attacking or tapped creature. And a target creature's owner puts it at the top or bottom of their library. Okay. Weird. Bonebind Orator. For 4, exile this card from your graveyard. Return another target creature card from your graveyard to your hand. Okay. Meh. Nightwhirl Hermit. Baker's Bane Duo. Kindle Spark Duo. Again, 2 duos. Right after another. Pond Prophet. Sticky Tongue Sentinel. Reach. When Sticky Tongue Sentinel enters, return up to 1 other target permanent you control to its owner's hand. Okay. Hazel's Nocturne. Bird effigies? The hell? Huh. That's fucking... This is kind of creative. Whoever drew this had to use leaves and shit to be the... That's fucking awesome. I love that. It's crazy when people do that in real life. To do that, to draw that, that's even crazier. Return up to 2 target creature cards from your graveyard to your hand. And each opponent loses 2 life and you gain 2 life. Crazy. Brambleguard Captain. At the beginning of your combat on your turn, target creature you control gets +X/+0 until end of turn, where X is this card's power. So baseline 2. Jolly Gerbils. Short Bow. Ooh. Igra, Eater of All. Okay. And it's a mythic. Yeah, sweet. Fuck yes, I can do that. Ward, sacrifice a food. Other creatures are food artifacts in addition to their other types, and have 2 tap. If sacrifice is permanent, you gain 3 life. Whenever a food is put into the graveyard from the battlefield, you put 2 +1/+1 counters on this card. Whoever made this card is into a certain thing. I'm not gonna judge them. Shit, on the right day, I'm kind of into it too. But still, to make a card directly... Okay. Someone was ballsy that day. Anyway, cute island. Little frog. Very pretty, though. I do like that. Anyway, Longstalk Brawl. We already got one of those. Squirrel. This will be great for Squirrel Girl. For a Squirrel Girl deck. Because I do have an unbeatable Squirrel Girl. So I could do a Squirrel Girl deck at this point now. Sonar Strike? Actually, why does that keep happening? Okay, Pearls of Wisdom. I need to find someplace to put these wraps. I'll throw them on the floor for now. Thorn Plates, Intimidator. Thorn Plate Intimidator. I'm an idiot. Offspring 3. When this creature enters, a target opponent loses 3 life unless they sacrifice a non-permanent or non-land permanent or discard a card. Roughshod Duo. Trample, and when you expend 4, target creature you control gets +1/+1 and gains trample until the end of turn. Veteran Guard Mouse. Valiant, when Veteran Guard Mouse becomes the target of a spell or an ability you control for the first time each turn, it gets +1/+0. Gets first strike, and you scry 1. 3-tree Root Weaver. Just tap and get 1 mana of any color. High Stride. Attack a creature gets +1/+3 and gains reach until the end of turn. Untap it. Bark Knuckle Boxer. Okay. Whenever you expend 4, this card gains indestructible until the end of turn. Wildfire Howl. Fire Glass Mental. That's kind of cool. It's a lizard blowing fire. Like a glass blower, I guess, is what he is. Maybe. At the beginning of your second main phase, if an opponent lost life this turn, exile the top 2 cards of your library. Choose one of them. Until the end of turn, you may play that card. Valley Rally. Create a food. Or, no, gift a food. And then, creatures you control get +2/+0 until the end of turn. If the gift was promised, target creature you control gains first strike until the end of turn. Interesting. Sunspine Lynx. We're out of penny sleeves. I need to open up another thing of penny sleeves. Okay, players can't gain life. Damage can't be prevented. And when this card enters, it deals damage to each player equal to the number of non-basic lands that player controls. Non-basic, though. It's not that great. If it were basic lands, or just lands in total, that would be awesome. But non-basic? Eh. Another foil land. Starlight Soothsayer. It's a bat? How? Where's the bat? Oh, that's its hands, its wings, its face. Okay. I couldn't see it there. Anyway, flying at the beginning of your end step, if you gained or lost life this turn, surveil 1. That's it. Yeah, it's a common, so I guess I can't be surprised. Slasher, okay. Oh, God. Alright. Bonebind Orator. Fucking god-ass terrible carrot cake. Shore Up. 3-tree Root Weaver. Might of the Meek. Target creature gains trample until the end of turn. It also gets +1/+0 until the end of turn if you control a mouse. Draw a card. Corpseberry Cultivator. Ooh. At the beginning of combat on your turn, you may forage. Okay. And whenever you forage, put a +1/+1 counter on this card. Yeah. Ravine Raider. Menace. For 2, this card gets +1/+1 until the end of turn. Menace is kind of nice, though. I do like the idea of that. Some Menace cards. Ooh, actually could be a good idea. Harnesser of Storms. Whenever you cast a non-creature or otter spell, you may exile the top card of your library till the end of turn. You may play that card. This ability triggers only once each turn. Okay. Patchwork Banner. As Patchwork Banner enters, choose a creature type. Creatures you control get of that chosen type get +1/+1. Hold on. I could put that in my Relentless Rat deck. That's even worse. That's just a flat +1/+1. Oh my god, dude. This is going to be amazing for Relentless Rats. And it's for one of any color, too. Oh, dude. I'm already getting so many ideas. Feather of Flight.
It's a lizard.
That's cute.
As he grasps a glowing feather, the lizard's heart soared, and the rest of him quickly followed.
That's cute.
Flash, enchant creature, and when this card enters, you draw a card, and enchanted creature gets +1/+0 and has flying.
That's cute. Valley Quest Caller.
Whenever one or more other rabbits, bats, birds, or mice you control enter, scry 1. Other cards like that get +1/+1.
Ooh. And it's a double rare pack. That's cool. Camellia the Seed Miser.
She's Mrs. Seed Miser. She's such a cunt. Menace. Other squirrels you control have menace.
Ooh.
Squirrel Girl. Okay. And whenever you it's good for Witherbloom too. Whenever you sacrifice one or more foods, you create a +1/+1 squirrel. Oh my god. You could just food up a Squirrel Girl deck. That'd be crazy. Anyway, for 2, you can 2 forage, you put a +1/+1 counter on each other squirrel you control.
Get out of here. That is racist. Oh my god, that's too good. That would actually be really good in a Squirrel Girl deck. Like, a little too good if you ask me. Not that I would know. I'm not going to do Commander. I'd have to do that in Modern. And that would just be interesting. Scales of Shale. That's our fucking common hollow. Are we going to get like a rare hollow or a mythic hollow? It'd be nice. I don't think it'll happen, but it'd be nice. I only got 1 mythic. Let's hope I can get more. Alright, well,
it's our art card. That is kind of cool. That is it's a horned lizard, I believe. Because it's got the horns. I do like the glossy feel on these. And a bunch of other stuff.
That's kind of cool. If we can get one autographed, I'd like that. Life Creed Duo. Sky Skipper Duo. Flying. Again, duo, back-to-back duos. When a Sky Skipper Duo enters, exile up to 1 other target creature you control. Return it to the battlefield under its owner's control at the beginning of your next end step. Ooh. Okay. Early Winter, don't like it. Nettle Guard. Valiant. Whenever this card becomes a target of spell for the first time, get +0/+2 to the end of turn. And then tap 1 to sacrifice this card and destroy an enchantment or an artifact. Cool. Might of the Meek. Bumbleflower Sharepot. Are we going to get a Bumbleflower? When Bumbleflower Sharepot enters, create a food token. And then for 5, tap, and you sacrifice this card, you can destroy a non-land permanent. I don't like that. Longstalk Brawl. Bark Farm Harvester. Bro, this is like metal bending, but for squirrels. What the fuck? It's crazy. That's what it looks like. Anyway, it's a changeling, and for 2, you can put target card from your graveyard on the bottom of your library. Okay, so if you shuffle, then you can... If you can shuffle it or you can search for it, then you got a card. That's actually not terrible. Otterball Antics. Create a 1/1 blue and red otter creature token with prowess. If the spell is cast from anywhere other than your hand, put a +1/+1 counter on that creature. And then it has a flashback. Ooh, you can flash it. That's kind of cool. Playful Shove. Shrike Force. Darkstar Olga. I think that's it. Augur. Augur? Whatever. Oh, Auga. I don't know, I can't read. Offspring. You can just, for 1, you can create a token. Oh, as an additional cost, and it comes in with the token, yeah. And then Flying.
At the beginning of your upkeep, reveal the top card of your library. Put that card in your hand. If you lose, yet you lose life equal to its mana value.
Huh. That could be useful. Perhaps. Anyway. Ooh. We actually got a hollow rare. A foil rare. Anyway. It's a nice swamp. A lunar... convocation? Lunar convocation? What the fuck is a lunar convocation? At the beginning of your end step, if you gain life this turn, each opponent loses 1 life. At the beginning of your end step, if you gain life and lost life, if you just create a 1/1 black bat creature token with flying. 2, pay 2 life, you draw a card. Okay. Okay, that's interesting. Okay. Okay. Dazzling Denial. Target... counter target spell unless its controller pays 2. If you control a bird, counter target spell unless it's a controller pays 4. That's not bad, actually. It's not terrible. Although it gives them a chance to get out of it, and I don't like that. But it puts them at a mana disadvantage, so that's not terrible. Nocturnal Hunger. Thought Shucker. Threshold for 2. Put a +1/+1 counter on Thought Shucker and draw a card. Activate only if there are 7 or more cards in your graveyard, and only once. Okay. Whisker Quill Scribe. Seed Pod Squire. Flying. Whenever this card attacks target creature you control without flying, it's +1/+1 till the end of turn. Sunshower Druid. Rabbit Response. Creatures you control get +2/+1 until the end of turn. If you control Rabbit, scry 2. Okay. Could be worse. Starscape Cleric. Offspring. For 3. Flying. This creature can't block. Whenever you gain life, each opponent loses 1 life. Mind Whisker. At the beginning of your upkeep, surveil 1. And a threshold. 7 more cards in your graveyard. Creatures your opponent control get -1, -0. Okay. Just get a little weaker. Lupin Flower Village. Ooh. Adds a manaless. Adds a waste. And it adds a white for creature spells. And then for 2, tap, sacrifice, look at the top 6 cards of your library. You may reveal a bat, bird, mouse, or rabbit card from among them and put them in your hand. Just 1, though. And then put the rest in the bottom of your library in a random order. That's not bad. That ain't bad. Love me a land. Gossip's Talent. Whenever a creature you control enters, surveil 1. Level 2, whenever you attack, attacking creature with power 3 or less can't be blocked this turn. When level 3, whenever a creature you control deals damage to a player, you may exile it and then return it to the battlefield under its owner's control. Cool. It's not terrible. Gives you a good way to activate abilities and shit. Maybe. Dream Dew and Entrancer. Reach, and when this card enters, tap it for 1 creature and put 3 stun counters on it. If you control that creature, draw 2 cards. Jesus Christ. That's pretty good. That is not bad at all, actually. Yep, Forest. Which I love. Full art shit. interesting. Monolith again, this time foiled. Actually, we're getting pretty down there. So let's take a small, yeah, about an hour and 45. I think it's a good chance to take a small break, smoke some weed, get re-upped, and make sure my brain is perfectly fried. Let's see here. Yeah, if you got them, smoke them, motherfuckers. Because what else are we doing with our lives if we're opening magic cards? If we're not smoking weed, what the fuck are we doing? Jesus Christ. God, terrible. Weed sucks. Ugh, don't smoke it. Let me have it all. Oh my god. Do they not want me to open these? Yeah. Jesus, fuck me. Wow. With a thorn dick. Alright, anyway. Thorn Plate Intimidator. Paladin Provisioner. What the fuck? Flying, when this card enters, put a +1/+1 counter on a target creature you control without flying. Dire Downdraft. Dire Sight. Yes, yeah, Risky Research. It's just Risky Research. Just reprinted. So you can get like 8, you can have 8 Risky Researches in your deck at that point. If that's really what you wanted. Sticky Tongue Sentinel. Conduct Electricity. Bark Form Horvestat. Bramblegord Veteran. Into the Floodmaw. It's a spider crab. That is a Japanese spider crab. That is horrifying. Those creatures need to... Oh, I'm not going to say they need to die. I'm just going to say they are horrifying little creatures, and I hate them so much. Anyway, yeah, gift tapped fish. And then return target creature an opponent controls to its hand. If it was, if the gift was promised, instead return target non-land permanent an opponent controls. Interesting. Plumecreed Mentor. Peerless Recycling. Is that a croissant? Anyway, gift a card, and then return target permanent card from your graveyard to your hand. If the gift was promised, instead return 2 target cards, permanents, from your graveyard to your hand. Not bad. Ooh, Manifold Mouse. I got you as a fucking... as a token. Anyway, Offspring 2. And at the beginning of combat on your turn, target mouse you control gains your choice of double strike or counter or trample until I end a turn. That is awesome. That is a beautiful looking card.
Yeah, it's very pretty.
That is wonderful. I like that. Hell yeah. Anyway, there's our mountain. Again, the mountains in this set are like really fucking beautiful. And I love the fact I'm getting so many foil ones. And then Warren Elder again. And then... yeah, you really gotta fucking... these are the legit cards. Okay. I don't know. It feels weird not to sleeve those. Those are real cards. Those are actual kind of... I mean, I know that sounds stupid. There's the real cards in the packs, guys. But like, you know what I mean? It's like, it's all numbered and shit. It's not like it's not like some stupid worthless card. It's like kind of legit. Speaking of kind of legit, that is cute. That is just fucking adorable. I love that. It looks better on camera. That's just pretty. Fuck yeah. I might try to collect these. Be interesting. Finch formation. Saver. Target creature gets -2, -2, till the end of turn and you create a food token. Ooh. And you create a food token. That's better. Waxwane Witness. Take out the trash. Mind Drill Assailant. Tree Guard Duo. Are we going to get another duo behind this one? No. When a Tree Guard Duo enters until the end of turn, target creature you control gains Vigilance and +X/+X, where X is the number of creatures you control. That could get out of hand. That could really get out of hand. You summon that if you got Squirrel Girl, and it's green. You got a Squirrel Girl deck, summon that, suck a dick. Oh my god. War Squeak. John Wick's Patrol. When John Wick's Patrol enters, mill 3 cards. When you do, target creature an opponent controls gets -X/-X until the end of turn, where X is the greatest mana value among the cards in your graveyard. So not just of the cards you've milled, of the cards in your graveyard. That's a little OP. You can discard or put something in there. Really high mana cost. You can put a wall of Bossing Say or some bullshit in there. You can just cheat it in there somehow. Discard it easily. And then that's just doing that damage every time. When it enters. And you can summon... oh, you can get 4 of them too. That's crazy. Anyway, Bramble Guard. Captain. Repel Calamity. Yeah, this was in the... yeah, I know. So I did watch the trailer that they released for the set, and this was basically in there. Destroy target creature with power or toughness 4 or greater. Power or toughness, either one. Valley Rally. Whisker Veil Forerunner. Jesus Christ, this card has more text on it than a Yu-Gi-Oh card. Whenever this card becomes a target of a spell or ability for the first time, look at the top 5 cards in your library. You may reveal a creature card with a mana value of 3 or less from among them. You may put it onto the battlefield if it's your turn. If you do not put it onto the battlefield, put it into your hand. Put the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. Not bad. For only 4 mana, that's actually not terrible. I think. Although I don't know of any decks I can use that in, so it's not like I have any fucking ideas for it. But it don't sound terrible. Of course, everything I get in here, it's all going to be like trade value for me. Love those. And then, yeah, Otterball, Antics. These cards are real, actual cards. Look, Chaos Lord can attack the first turn it comes into play on a side, except the turn it first comes into play. What? I don't get it. I don't get it. Whatever. Sonar Strike. Glide Dive Duo. Night Whirl Hermit. Steam Path Charger. Offspring 2. When this creature dies, it deals 1 damage to target player. Meh. Head of the Homestead. When Head of the Homestead enters, create 2 1/1 white rabbit creature tokens. Okay. Interesting. Treetop Sentries. War Squeak. Chin itches. Heartfire Hero. Hazard Root Herbalist. Whenever you attack, target creature you control gets +1/+0 until the end of turn. If that creature is a token, it also gains Death Touch until the end of turn. Ooh. That's a little crazy. And for green, you can put that into Squirrel Girl deck and just have Death Touch. Oh my god, that would be just adding insult to injury at that point. Infinite squirrels with Death Touch? Fuck off. I would hate anybody for that. Thoughtstalk Warlock? Or Thoughtstalker Warlock. Okay. My title is better. Anyway, Menace, and when this card enters, choose target opponent. If they lose life this turn, they reveal their hand. You may choose a non-land card from it, and they discard that card. Otherwise, they discard a card. Oh, okay. So either way, they discard a card, even if they have only lands. Okay, good. Plume-Creed Mentor. And our rare is Clement the Worrywart. Vigilance. When Clement the Worrywart or another creature you control enters, return up to 1 target creature you control with a lesser mana value to its owner's hand. Frogs you control have tap to add green or blue. Spend this mana only to cast creature spells. Okay. I don't see this having much value. You never know. And then the Plains. And then Nettle Guard. Snowy Plains, though. It's a basic one, but it's winter. That's just cute. I love it. I love the lands in this. These are just such nice lands. And you can theme your deck to the lands as well, or the lands to your deck according to the season. That's just awesome. I just love that idea of theming your lands like that, even though it doesn't matter ultimately. It's just really cool. Oh, that's Run Away Together. That is cute. I love that. That's adorable as fuck. yet run away together. That is cute. Do y'all see what I see? Anyway. Warren Elder. Finch formation. Starlight. Okay, yeah, I can see it better now that it's not foiled. Starlight Soothsayer. Thistledown Players. Baker's Bane duo. Another duo behind this one? No. I swear, I don't know what. I've been noticing the pattern. It has to be somewhat real. Frilled Spark Shooter. Frilled Sparks Hooter. Menace and Reach. When spilled, Sparks Hooter enters with a +1/+1. Yeah, this card enters with that counter on it as. Right. But on it, if an opponent lost life this turn, I cannot read for shit. Mind Drill Assailant. War Squeak. Consumed by Greed. Gift a card. A target opponent sacrifices a creature with the greatest power among creatures they control. If the gift was promised, return target creature. Return target creature card from your graveyard to your hand. Okay. The whole idea of gifting cards is a crazy. That's a crazy idea for like an alternate payment. And it seems to only be in this deck, or yeah, this set. It's weird. Long River's Pull. Ah, yeah, that. It's a kind of target spell. Ooh. Long River's Pull. This is basically just counterspell. Except, yeah, your opponent draws a card. It targets a creature spell, though. You have a little versatility with it, though. But it targets creature spell. So it's a summoned creature, I assume. I'm an idiot and I need to look more into this shit. Anyway, we got Lupin Flower Village again. And we have Valley Flamecaller. If a lizard, mouse, otter, or raccoon you control would deal damage to a permanent or player, it deals that much damage +1 instead. Not bad. Not bad at all. That's very pretty. I love the one. It's like. It looks bubblegumish. That's very bubblegumish. I don't know why. I just like the bubblegum look. The reds and the pinks. They just all kind of. They mix together in a way that I find appealing. Anyway. And Ravine Raider. Did I get one? Yeah, Menace. And for 2, it gets +1/+1. Yeah. Till the end of turn. Not bad. I think I got one of those already. I swear to God, they make them so hard to open. Ooh. That is cool. I like that. That looks very cool. I don't even know who this is meant to be. Tempest Angler. Well, you did a very good job on that. Raluca Marinescu. Marinesque. Lady Demetresque. You're very good. It's so good they decided to make it into an art card. There's only 54 of them. It's so weird. Dire Downdraft. Bonebine Orator. Crumb and Get It. Gift of Food.
Target creature you control gets +2/+2 until the end of turn. If the gift was promised, that creature also gains indestructible until the end of turn. Cool. Alania's Pathmaker. I don't know what that fucking name is. Pathmaker. Corpseberry Cultivator. Treetop Sentinel or Sentries. Ravine Raider. Good one again. Hive Spine Wolverine. Husk Burster Swarm. This spell costs 1 less to cast for each creature you own in exile and in your graveyard. Menace and Death. Ooh, that's a little threatening. I like that. Mudflat Village. Did I get one of these? Probably. Yeah, I did. It's a good card. If I can get 2 more, I'll be happy. Give me a place out of that shit. Valley Flood Caller. Flash, and you may cast non-creature spells as if they had... Yeah, as though they had flash. Ooh. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, birds, frogs, otters, and rats you control get +1. I got an itch. +1/+1 until the end of turn and untap them. Holy shit. And it's not legendary. It's crazy. Holy shit, Lois. Oh, we got a mythic. That's awesome. Does that mean we don't get a land? It's a Glarb, Calamity's Augur. Death Touch. You may look at the top card of your library at any time. You may play lands and cast spells with a mana value of 4 or greater from the top of your library. Tap and surveil 2. Oh, we do get a land. Sweet. And another Alania's Pathmaker. I think I've gotten 2 of these as foils. Let's... There. And just grab them. Grab that under there. There we go. Perfect. Okay. Let's go for them. Hey, Mind Spiral. Gift a tapped fish. Target player draws 3 cards. If the gift was promised, tap target creature an opponent controls and put a stun counter on it. It's not that great. For that much mana, it's not that great. Not to me. You could probably cheat it, but it's still not that great. Nocturnal Hunger. Nettle Guard. Polywallop. We'll see who croaks first. That's okay. That's funny. I kind of like that. That's a little funny. The spell costs 1 less to cast for each frog you control. Okay. Target creature you control deals damage equal to twice its power to the target creature you don't control. Ooh. Damn, that's just a fuck you. Steam Path Charger. Veteran Guard Mouse. Bravekin Duo. I think I got... No, I didn't. Yeah, for 1 and tap, target creature gets +1/+1 until the end of turn. That's a sorcery. Quake Tusk Boar.
There we go. That shit was falling over there. Nobody could see it.
Quake Tusk Boar. Reach, trample, and haste. Shit.
Basic bitch shit.
Sugar Coat. This is stupid. Some jokes have the punchline baked in. Flash. Enchant creature or food. You're going to enchant the food. Of course you can. Enchanted permanent is a colorless food artifact with 2 tap, sacrifices artifact, gain 3 life, loses all other card types and abilities. Flowerfoot Swordmaster, Offspring 2, Valiant. When it's the target of a spell for the first time, mice you control get +1/+0 until the end of turn. Okay. Oh, this is pretty. That's very pretty. Worthless Negotiation. That just looks, I don't know, that just looks nice. I like it. Crazy. Target opponent exiles a card from their hand. If the spell was cast from a graveyard, draw a card. Not bad. Mist Breath Elder. At the beginning of your upkeep, return another creature you control to its owner's hand. If you do, put a +1/+1 counter on this card. Otherwise, you may return this card to its owner's hand. Okay.
I guess that gives it protection.
Ooh, I didn't get this one yet. That's beautiful. That is very beautiful.
Yeah. Bellowing Crier. Not bad. Thornplate Intimidator. Banishing Light. When Banishing Light enters, exile target non-land permanent an opponent controls until Banishing Light leaves the battlefield. Shit. That, yeah, for 3? Okay, I can see that being fine. Psychic Quarrel. Target opponent discards 2 cards. Then if you control a rat, surveil 2. Great for a Relentless Rat deck. Kindle Spark Duo. Tempest Angler. A art card. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, put a +1/+1 counter on Tempest Angler. I wonder if you can use the art card as the actual card. Probably not. It'd be like proxying. But you probably could. I don't think anybody gives a fuck. Druid of the Spade. Bravekin Duo. Into the Flood Maw. Quake Tusk Boar. Mouse Trapper. Flash Vigilant. Target the spell for the first time. Tap target creature an opponent controls. Okay, not bad. Bandit's Talent. When Bandit's Talent enters, each opponent discards 2 cards unless they discard a non-land card. Okay, so they're just going to discard 1. Whatever. At the beginning of each opponent's upkeep, if that player has 1 or fewer cards in hand, they lose 2 life, okay? At the beginning of your draw step, draw an additional card for each opponent who has 1 or fewer cards in their hand. It's not that great. Keen-Eye Curator. As long as there are 4 more card types among cards exiled with Keen-Eye Curator, it gets +4/+4 and has trample. And for 1 mana, exile target card from a graveyard. Oh, okay. So you have to damn, you gotta exile 4 things with this. That's 4 Well, I mean, for 4 mana, you could probably do that real quick, actually. It's actually not bad, then. As long as you got all the different types. Anyway. Veteran Mouse Guard is a foil. There's our foods. Dazzling Denial. Nocturnal Hunger. Life Creed Duo. Agate Assault. Bark Farm Harvester. Fucking slick cards getting air between them. Rush Shield Rampager. Raccoon Rallier. High Stride. Daring Wave Rider. When Daring Wave Rider enters, you may cast target instant or sorcery card with mana value 4 or less from your graveyard without paying its mana cost. If that spell would be put into your graveyard, exile it instead. Huh. Okay. Blooming Blast. Gift of Treasure. Blooming Blast deals 2 damage to target creature. If a gift was promised, this card deals 3 damage to that creature's controller. Interesting. Parting Gust. Ooh, Mythic. Storm Splitter. Haste when you cast an instant or sorcery spell, create a token that's a copy of Storm Splitter. Exile that token at the beginning of your next step. Next instant. That's kind of a shitty mythic, isn't it? That's kind of shitty. I mean, it's cool, but it's kind of shitty. Seems like, but what do I know? I don't play red, so maybe that's secretly good. Heaped Harvest as a foil. And a fish. Ooh. And this one's actually signed too. Fuck yes. That's a beauty right there. That's a beautiful card. Holy shit. That's beautiful. What card is this? Mr. Foxglove by Anna Padwarna. Well, Anna Padwarna. That is a very beautiful card. I'm not joking. That's beautiful as fuck. Holy shit. Signatured and all. I like that. Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah. Water Spout Warden. Whenever this card attacks, if another creature entered the battlefield under your control this turn, this card gains flying until the end of turn. Okay. Risky Research. Intrepid Rabbit. Offspring 1. And when this creature enters, target creature you control gets +1/+1 until the end of turn. Filled Sparks Hooter. Moonrise Cleric. Tree Guard Duo. Sazakap's Brew. The fuck? You have to target fish. As an additional cost to cast the spell, discard a card. Target player draws 2 cards. If the gift was promised, target creature you control gets +2/+0 until the end of turn. Aight. Stargaze. Splash Lasher. Offspring. And when this creature enters, tap up to 1 target creature and put a stun counter on it. Okay.
It's not terrible. Tidecaller Mentor. Menace. Threshold. When it enters 7 more cards in your graveyard, return up to 1 non-land permanent to its owner's hand. Alright. Fecund Green Shell? Fecund Green Shell? The fuck? I don't know. Reach. How does it have reach? Oh, because it has shit flying out. Okay.
I was like, how does a turtle have reach?
Anyway, as long as you control 10 or more lands, creatures you control get +2/+2. When this card or another creature you control with a toughness greater than its power enters, look at the top card of your library. If it's a land, you may put it into battlefield tapped. Otherwise, put it in your hand. Yeah. Ooh, double rare pack. Nice. Jackdaw Savior. Flying. Whenever Jackdaw Savior or another creature you control with flying dies, return another target creature card with lesser value, mana value, from your graveyard to the battlefield. Interesting. Very interesting. It's like an automatic reanimate. Very pretty land. And Roughshod Duo. Looks kind of nice. Squirrel ready for fucking war. That's kind of cool. Love it. Thought Shucker. Psychic Quarrel. A Piloted Provisioner. Piloted Provision. Yeah. Longstock Brawl. Pond Prophet. Saza Cap's Brew. That Za. Drinking that Za or something. A High Stride. Hazel's Nocturne. Calamitous Tide. Return up to 2 target creatures into their owner's hands. Draw 2 cards and discard a card. Okay. Okay. Fireglass Mentor. Hey, there's the card the art was based on. Cool. Trample. Oh yeah, Honored Dray Leader. Yeah, when Honored Dray Leader enters, put a +1/+1 counter on it for each other squirrel or food you control. Whenever another squirrel or food you control enters, put a +1/+1 counter on this card. Okay, cool. Starfall Invocation. Starfall Invocation. Gift a card. Destroy all creatures. If the gift was promised, return a creature put into your graveyard this way onto the battlefield under your control. Fuck you. Oh my god. Fuck white. Fuck white people. Bunch of assholes. Seriously, white people destroy everything. I swear. Tempest Angler. Ooh. I got the art card of that, so got the foil of it too. It's kind of nice. I won't complain. Card looked colored differently over here, but whatever, we'll see. Pearl of Wisdom. Dagger Fang Duo. Death Touch. When this card enters, you may mill 2 cards. Interesting. Worded Prisoner. 3 Tree Mascot. Heaped Harvest. Seed Pod Squire. Rabbit Response. Moonstone Harbinger. Flying Death Touch. Whenever you gain or lose life during your turn, bats you control get +1/+0 and gain Death Touch until the end of turn. This ability triggers once each turn. Cool. Curious Forager. When Curious Forager enters, you may forage. When you do, return a target permanent card from your graveyard to your hand. Nice. Ooh. Rockface Village. Cool. Colorless, a red for creature spells. And target lizard, mice, otter, and raccoons you control get +1/+0 and gain haste. Not bad. Not bad at all. Me likey. Seasoned Warring Guard. Whenever this card attacks while you control a token, Seasoned Warring Guard gets +2/+1 until the end of turn. Nice. Okay. Thornvault Forager. It adds a green. You can forage and add 2 mana of any color. Any combination of colors. And then for 4 and tap, search your library for a squirrel card, reel it and put it into your hand. And shuffle. Fuck. Good for a Squirrel Girl deck. I'm pretty sure she's a squirrel. Maybe. I'd be surprised if she wasn't. I could check, but I don't want to. And it's Sonar Strike for foil. Nice. I like a Sonar Strike. Hey, rabbit. Pearl of Wisdom, Daggerfang Duo, Crumb and Get It, Waterspout Warden, Tempest Angler, Cash Grab, Whisker Quill Scribe, Persistent Marsh Stalker. Whenever Persistent Marsh Stalker this card gets +1/+0 for each rat you control. Jesus, okay. And the threshold, whenever you attack with 1 or more rats, if 7 or more cards are in your graveyard, you may pay 3. If you do, return this card from your graveyard to the battlefield tapped and attacking. That's crazy. That's a little crazy. That might be good for a Relentless Rat deck too. Hunter's Talent. Whenever Hunter's Talent enters, target creature you control deals damage equal to its power to target creature you don't control. Okay, so it fights. At level 2, when you attack, target attacking creature gets +1/+0 and gains trample until the end of turn. And level 3, at the beginning of your end step, if you control a creature with power 4 or greater, draw a card. Yeah. Okay. Mouse Trapper. Azure Beastbinder. Vigilance. Azure Beastbinder can't be blocked by creatures with power 2 or greater. Whenever this card attacks, up to 1 target artifact, creature, or planeswalker an opponent controls loses all abilities until your next turn. If it's a creature, it also has a base power and toughness of 2/2 until your next turn. That is pretty good. Ooh, baby. There is a good card. This is something I can leverage some good some good trade value for. Lumra, Bellow of the Woods. Hell yeah. Vigilance and Reach. Lumra, Bellow of the Woods. Power and toughness is equal. Are each equal to the number of lands you control. When this card enters Mill 4, then return all land cards from your graveyard to the battlefield tapped.
Fucking nutso. Nutso. Fucking crazy. Fucking good. Hell yeah. That doesn't make it entirely worth it, but that helps. That really fucking helps. That gives me so much trade value right there, and I love that. And yes, I only care about trade value. I don't give a fuck about sell value, because I don't sell my cards, I trade them. Which has been working very well for me. And I will sleeve that too, because these are actual cards, so I don't know about them. Now that's pretty. Emberheart Challenger, Chris Ron. Well, good job, Chris Ron. But you run so far away. That does look nice. Psst. I love that shit. Okay, Dazzling Denial. Hidden Grotto. Love me some lands. When Hidden Grotto enters Surveil 1, add a manaless, and from 1 in a tap, add 1 mana of any color. That's probably going to be good for some commander players. They love that kind of shit. Saber. Thistledown players. Seedpod Squire. Rush Shield Rampager. Conduct Electricity. Brazen Collector. First strike, whenever Brazen Collector attacks, add 1 red. Until the end of turn, you don't lose this mana as steps and phases end. I don't know what that means. I assumed you kept it anyway until the end of your turn. Anyway, Feed the Cycle. As an additional cost to cast a spell, forage or pay 1 black, destroy a creature, target creature or a planeswalker. Ooh, or a planeswalker. For 3, destroy a planeswalker. I like that. Star Charter. Flying. At the beginning of your end step, if you gain or lost life this turn, look at the top 4 cards of your library. You may reveal a creature card with a power 3 or less from among them. And put it into your hand. Put the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. Seasoned Warring Guard. A mythic again. Damn, bitch. Season of Lost. That makes no sense. Anyway, you choose up to 5 paws worth of modes. You may choose the same mode more than once. Up to 5. God damn. Each player sacrifices a creature for 1 paw, 2 paws. Draw a card for each creature you control that died this turn. And for 3 paws, each opponent loses X life, where X is the number of creature cards in your graveyard. That's a little crazy. Okay. That could be a weird commander card right there. It's a weird fucked up card, if you ask me. But hey, Mythic might be worth something. Who knows? We will see later on. And Mind Drill Assailant. Not a very special card for foil. Aloe. Now that
Oh, that's pretty. It's bone snake, squirrel, more bone snake. I don't know what this is.
That's pretty. Coiling rebirth. Elk 64. Let me look. Well, hold on. Elk 64. Certified human artist. Wow. Okay, you're a certified human. Good for you. They have a deviant art. Do I look? Yeah, I look. Tame. Pretty tame stuff. Okay. Okay. If I go back far enough, what will I find? Elk 64. Okay, well, they seem pretty good, actually. Really good artist. They have an Instagram, because of course. Okay. Okay. Okay, they're pretty good. Very watercolory. Of course, that one's tied up. Of course, he's tied up. He has a lot of... Oh, it's like coffee drawing. Okay. Ooh. Okay, they're very good artists then. I like that. Okay. Had to see what they were about. But that looks nice. I like it. Hidden Grotto is our very first card here. Yes, just keep giving me lands. Lands also give me good value. Mind Spiral. Psychic Whirl. Intrepid Rabbit. Zazbrew. Veteran Guard Mouse. Baker's Bane Duo. Duos. Two duos. Kindle Spark Duo. Coruscation Mage? What the fuck's that word? I've never seen this word before. Offspring 2. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, this creature deals 1 damage to each opponent. I have no idea what that word is. Overprotect. Target creature you control gets +3/+3 engaged, trample, and hexproof, and indestructible until the end of turn. Fuck off. Driftgloom Coyote. When this card enters, exile target creature an opponent controls. Yeah, an opponent controls until this card leaves the battlefield. If that creature had power 2 or less, put a +1/+1 counter on this card. Interesting. Ooh, artist talent. Now I know this is one people be wanting too. More trade value, baby. Yeah. Artist talent. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, if you discard a card, you may discard a card if you do draw a card. Level 2. Non-creature spells you cast cost 1 less to cast. Level 3. If a source you control would deal non-combat damage to an opponent or a permanent an opponent controls, it deals that much damage +2 instead. Damn, it just adds 2 damage. Crazy. And that, and then the otter I can't pronounce. Coruscation Mage. I don't know what that word means. We are literally down to our last 9 packs. We're gonna let's take the time to pack a ball. Let's pack a ball. Let's get high. You wanna get high? Hey, I'm gonna go down to the head shop. I'm gonna go get me some more weed from Randy. Y'all wanna go get high? God damn it, Randy! You can't be going to China and fucking every bat you see. Now we got the La Junta virus. Like, what else did you fuck? Oh, dude. I could totally see that being a plot point when they do the new season later this year. Oh, that'd be funny as hell. Yes, it's a dirty bong. Get used to it. I have a dirty bong. At least my ass is cleaner than my bong. I wipe my ass, I don't wipe my bong. I don't know if that's any better. On a level, it's probably worse. And again, I'm the only one that smokes out of my bong. I'm not the only one that... Anyway. Okay. Gotta melt this shit onto here. Okay. Oh, that was the chair. Okay. Okay. All right. Let's continue. Savor. Wax away witness. Shore up. Moonrise cleric. Sticky tongue sentinel. Roughshod duo. Is there another duo behind this duo? No, there's not. God damn it. War squeak. Hoarder's overflow. When Hoarder's overflow enters, and whenever you expend 4, put a stash counter on it. And for 2, sacrifice this card, discard your hand, then draw cards equal to the number of stash counters on this card. Okay, so you put a lot of them on there, and then you just draw that. Interesting. Otterball Antics. Cute. Oh, land. I love me lands. Oak Hollow Village. Okay. I had to look at the O's for a second. You have a Oak Hollow Village. So it's add a colorless, add a green for creature spells, and then for a green and tap, get +1/+1 counters on all those ones that enter the battlefield this turn. But it doesn't go away. But only the ones that enter the battlefield this turn. Okay. Tangle Tumbler. Yeah, Vigilance. 3 tap, put a +1/+1 counter on a target creature. Tap 2 untapped tokens you control. This card becomes an artifact creature until the end of turn. Castrol, the Wind Crested. Flying. Whenever one or more birds you control deal combat damage to a player, choose one. You may put a bird creature card from your hand or graveyard onto the battlefield with a finality token on it, a counter on it. Put a +1/+1 counter on each bird you control, or draw a card. Ooh. +1/+1. That would be a good commander. A bird commander. Bird deck. Anyway. Good little land. Love me some full art lands. Take out the trash. Oh wait. That goes over there. That goes there. Okay, Thought Shucker. Starlit Soothsayer. Water Spout Warden. Cindering Cutthroat. 3-Tree Root Weaver. Roughshod Duo. Fountainport Bell. Downwind Ambusher. Oh yeah, the only skunk card that exists. It's awesome. I love skunks. I wish there were more. Anyway, Flash. Yep, for an ambusher, that makes sense. When Downwind Ambusher enters, choose one. Target creature an opponent controls gets -1/-1 until the end of turn. And destroy a target creature an opponent controls that was dealt damage this turn. Not bad. Not bad. Not great. But I did want that card, actually. If I could get that in a foil, I'd actually be happy. Splash Portal. Exile target creature you control, then return it to the battlefield under its owner's control. If that creature is a bird, frog, otter, or rat, draw a card. Rat. Ooh. Beauregard Mentor. That remind me of Usagi from fucking Ninja Turtles. Trample. Beauregard Mentor's power and toughness are equal to the number of creatures you control. Peerless Recycling. For the common good. Create X tokens that are copies of target token you control. Okay, then tokens you control gain indestructible until your next turn. You gain 1 life for each token you control. Yeah, I guess if you got infinite squirrel tokens, that works. Right, Island, Raccoon Rallier. I've got one of these in foil already. Not bad though. I like it. Intrepid Rabbit token. Why do they got token? Why do they got tokens for actual cards? Maybe I'm just stupid. Maybe there's something I'm missing because I am just dumb. Anyway. We got something. Sky Skipper Duo. Flying. When Sky Skipper Duo enters, exile up to one other target creature you control. Return it to the battlefield under its owner's control at the beginning of the next end step. Okay. Scales of Shale. Crumbing. Get it. Mind Spiral. Head of the Homestead. Sun Shower Druid. Alania's Pathmaker. Three Tree Scribe. Harnesser of Storms. Yeah, do you get one of these? Yeah, Vine Reap Mentor. Vine Reap Mentor enters or dies. Create a food token. Ooh, for a Witherbloom deck too. Patch Paw Formation or Paw Patch Formation. Ooh, Valley Root Caller. Nice. I kind of like that. Menace. Whenever a Valley Root Caller attacks, each opponent loses X life, and you gain X life, where X is the number of squirrels, bats, lizards, and rats you get. Ooh. I can use that, actually. That could be good support. That could be very good support in a Relentless Rat deck. Hell yeah. And we got a Plains. Nice little foil. Water Spout Warden. Thinking, oh, he has like a Thor hammer or something. And then like I don't know what this is, like a spinning top. I don't even know. Okay. Fuck me. A third Hidden Grotto. That's awesome. Almost got a play set of that. I'm probably not going to get that lucky, but that's cool. Starlit Soothsayer. Intrepid Rabbit. Oh, you offspring it, and that's what the token is for. Okay, I'm stupid. Blade Bruiser. Polywallop. I love that name. It's probably one of the better names of the cards in this fucking set right here. Frilled Shoops Hooter. Sparks Hooter. Whatever. Head of the Homestead. Clifftop Lookout. Reach whenever Clifftop Lookout enters. Reveal cards from the top of your library until you reveal a land card. Put that card onto the battlefield tapped. And put the rest onto your library, onto the bottom of your library in a random order. Cool. That's actually pretty decent. Shoreline Looter. Star Charter. Gossip's Talent. Yeah, I did get one of these already. Okay. Okay. I will put you. I will put you in my Relentless Rat deck. I've decided. That much is decided now. Fucking Valley Rock Collar again. Literally 2 in a row. Fine. You want me to put you in my fucking rat deck? I will put you in my rat deck, even though you're a squirrel. I'm looking at it right now. I'm just taking this in real quick. Yeah. Whenever it attacks, yeah. The number of rats I could. So yeah, I just gotta. I just gotta summon it after a lot of rats. I don't even need to attack. I can just brute force. I can just brute force a win out. Or I don't even need to attack. It's whenever it attacks. It doesn't need to completely attack. It just has to attack. Bro, oh my god, it's settled. And it's not even legendary. Oh my god. Dagger Fang Duo. Banishing Light. Light Shell Duo. 3 Tree Mascot. Cash Grab. Take Out the Trash. Junk Blade Bruiser. High Stride. Long River Lurker. Rabid Gnaw. The fuck? Target creature you control gets +1/+0 until the end of turn, then it deals damage equal to its power to target creature you don't control. Interesting, okay. Driftgloom Coyote. Balin the Haymaker. Haymaker. Fuck you. Yeah, tap 2 untap tokens you control and add 1 mana of any color. Oh, can you just do this at any time then? You just do these any fucking day of the week. Holy shit. Tap 3 untap tokens you control, draw a card. Tap 4 untap tokens you control and put 3 +1/+1 counters on this card, and it gains trample to the end of turn. Oh. That's not terrible, actually. Seems like. Bone Cash Overseer? Pay 1 life, draw a card. Tap, pay 1 life, draw a card. Activate only 3 or more cards left in your graveyard this turn. Or if you sacrifice a food token this turn. Easier to just sacrifice a food token. Nice little forest. Hey, Banishing Light. Scales of Shale. Run Away Together. Libo Impola. Okay. Pola. That's gotta be the frog's name because of the tongue, right? Agate Blade Assassin. Corpseberry Cultivator. Polywop. Or, yeah, Polywop. It's also... It works on multiple levels. It's crazy. Steam Path Charger. Bumbleflower Sharepot. Bone Cash Overseer. Just got you in a foil. Hazard Root Herbalist. Harvest Straight Host. Whenever this card or another rabbit you control enters, target creature you control gets +1/+0 until the end of turn. Then draw a card. If this is the second time this ability is resolved this turn. Huh. Innkeeper's Talent. I think it's another one people actually want. At the beginning of combat on your turn, put a +1/+1 counter on the target creature you control. Level 2, permanents you control with counters on them have Ward 1. Level 3, if you would put one or more creatures on or one or more counters on a permanent or player, put twice that many on each of those kinds of counters on that permanent or player instead. Oh, that one card, that one motherfucker was talking at that Jewel. That motherfucker. This sucks a dick. That would actually work for that card, for his deck. That'd be crazy. That's a nice... That's a forest? I was going to say, that's a nice mountain. That's a burnt-ass forest. Holy shit. I love that, though. That's beautiful. That is crazy good, though. Shore up. Down 3. Let's hope the final 3 are good. Uncharted Haven. That's pretty nice. As is. Agate Blade Assassin. Fucked Carrot Cake. Heaped Harvest. Agate Assault. Bumbleflower Share Pot. Rabbit Response. Galewind Moose. Shitty Moose. Long River's Pull. I may use that. Another land. Rockface Village. Again. Caretaker's Talent for the rare. Whenever one or more tokens you control enters, draw a card. This ability triggers only once each turn. Level 2. When this class becomes level 2, create a token as a copy of a target token you control. Level 3, creature tokens you control get +2/+2. Holy shit. Okay, that's pretty good. People might want that. People may fucking want that. Double rare pack here. Okay. Festival of Embers. During your turn, you may cast instant and sorcery spells from your graveyard by paying 1 life in addition to their other costs. Jesus. If a card or token would be put into your graveyard from anywhere, exile it instead. And then... you can sacrifice this and get rid of it so you don't need it. So you can play another one later. Holy shit, that's pretty good. People might want that. I hope. Everything I do it for trade value. And the Tree Guard Duo. Out of sleeves. Let's open one more here. I'm going to be using these soon enough anyway. Yeah, might as well sleeve that like an idiot. Okay, Light Shell Duo. Early Winter. Nettle Guard. Sky Skipper Duo. Tree Guard 2 duos back to back again. Might of the Meek. Tempest Angler. Brazen Collector. Splash Lasher. Tidecaller Mentor. Bandit's Talent. Mythic. Ooh. Illuge? The Shoreless Sea? Oh, I got the card, or I got the art for that one. That's cool. Anyway, this card's power and toughness is equal to the number of islands you control. Whenever this card enters or attacks, put a flood counter on a target island. It's an island, or on a target land. It's an island in addition to its other types.
as long as it has the flood counter on it. The first instant or sorcery spell you cast each turn costs basically just one less to cast for each land you control with a flood counter on it. Oh, God. That's nice. That might be worth something. These last packs are actually good so far. Rat. Holy shit. And then Peerless Recycling. Already gotten one of those. Yeah, our final pack. Let's say... nothing obvious. Wax Wayne Witness. Dire Downdraft. Bonebind Order. Longstock Brawl. Whisker Quill Scribe. Junkblade Bruiser. Bravekin Duo. Fell. We finally got a Fell. I only got one of these, and it's in the last pack, and it's just a good destroy creature sorcery. This is nice. Blacksmith's Talent. I don't think I got this. When this card enters, create a colorless equipment artifact token named Sword with equipped creature gets +1/+1 and equip 2. At the beginning, level 2. At the beginning of combat on your turn, attach a target enchantment you control to up to one creature you control. Okay. Any. That's cool too. It could be any. Level 3. During your turn, a equipped creature you control has double strike and hit. Jesus. It's pretty nice. Lily Splash Mentor. Reach. And for 3, exile another target creature you control, and then return it to the battlefield under its owner's control with a +1/+1 counter on it. Activate as a sorcery. Epic Heirloom. And a rare. Zoraline Cosmic Caller. Flying Vigilance. Whenever a bat you control attacks, you gain 1 life. Whenever Zoraline enters or attacks, you may pay 2 or 2 life. When you do, return target non-land permanent card, mana value 3 or less, from your graveyard to the battlefield with a finality counter on it. Yeah, okay. Let's see. Not the worst, I guess. Not the worst. Could be better. But it could have been worse. And we got Valley Rally. The one I can't pronounce. Alright, well that wasn't terrible, I guess. Let's see, let's go through here. We'll get all the good shit. We'll just go through that real quick. So I know, yep, that's one mythic. Let's set these up like that. We'll go through the mythics first. I didn't get many. Unfortunately. Yes, I don't think I got that many. Let's see. Yeah. That one.
Okay, I guess I got a decent amount. Don't want to damage him. One more little pile here. And yeah. That's it. I only got 6 mythics. That's not terrible. So let's go through. Where's my phone? Let's see here. If I go to mana box, wait for it to fucking load up because it wants to take forever. There we go. Okay, let's see. Hold on, I need to do that, do that. These are all Bloomburrow. Yeah, let's see. Let's see if I can get a scan on these. If I just put, maybe if I put them down. Come on. Okay. Let's see. Can I? No. Scan. This is the one thing I hate. About these scanning apps. They're just so fucking difficult to do anything with. I got scanned from there. Come on. I'm literally trying to scan this shit. What is going on? What is so hard about just scanning?
fucking go.
Well, that's a little underwhelming. At least mythic-wise, we only made out with $42 worth of value. But that's just the mythics. We save. Yeah, we save those to that. I'll scan. Yeah, I'll sleeve and then literally scan all of these fucking cards in later. It's gonna be a little much to do all that scanning, but that's just those. That's just mythics. I guess. Alright, well, I'll put these down here as well. Look at our rares and look at those real quick. I know some of these rares are actually worth more than most of them fucking mythics. Let's see. Yeah. All these rares. Oh, no. It goes here. That goes here. Yeah, that's a nice one. That's a nice one. Putting these in the binder is going to be fun. Making all the room I needed. Shit. Moving everything I'm going to have to move just to make more room. To make things make sense. Anyway. It'll be fun. Rares. Thank you, they're decent. And these two, yeah, I'm basically gonna use them at this point. I got 2 of them in a row. I have to use them. This is probably worth something. And 3 Tree City is definitely gonna be worth something. Yep, that'll be worth something. good trade value on that. And then the art cards. These are just fucking cool. The one that I actually think is the coolest is the one I got signed. Oh. I'm glad they thought to have cohesion between the sides here. Like, yeah, that's... yeah. I mean, it makes sense the way it makes sense. It's just I'm high and dumb. No, I actually like this. This one's kind of cool. I like that one as well. But yeah, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. It's 11 with one signed, one autographed, and they have no designation on the back whether this is signed or not. It's lazy, if you ask me. But I think this is cool though. That is just beautiful. The fabric looks so real. Well folded and everything. Jesus fucking Christ. Talented people piss me off. Anyway. I guess that'll be that for this stream. I'm going to start up another stream. I'm going to be playing a game for a little bit, because I think I deserve a break after opening cards. So yeah. Oh god, here's all the lands and hollows, lands and foils. But a lot of these are cool though. A lot of the more unique lands will absolutely give me good trade value. I figure I probably got close to what I put in here in trade value. I'm gonna hope. God, I hope. And I'm gonna count all my commons and uncommons as well, but whatever. That will be for another day. But yeah, I'm gonna call it for now. The stream has been going on long enough, and then I will start up later once I get everything more under control and I'll play a game. So take it easy, everybody. Stay golden. I will catch y'all when I catch you. And yeah, thank you for watching. Hopefully y'all get some booster boxes and get some good pulls and shit. Get y'all some trade value. Never buy singles, only trade. That's my motto. Anyway, that'll be it. So take it easy, everyone. I will see y'all next time. Or, I'll start up stream here in a few when I actually get things settled again and get a shirt on and all that. But anyway, take it easy, everyone. See y'all. Bye.